Have you ever seen the Poseidon Adventure, Chan?
That's the show in Las Vegas about the Greek gods battling around an open bar with implied nudity.
It's a 1972 disaster film about a cruise ship that gets overturned by a tsunami, forcing the survivors to try and make their way upwards to rescue through a now capsized luxury liner.
Oh, yes, I have seen that a long time ago with Gene Hackman playing an angry Gene Hackman. What about it?
Well, doesn't that remind you of anything?
The 2006 remake starring Kurt Russell?
It's basically the prototype for every Uncharted game, Chan.
I've never really thought of Gene Hackman as much of an acrobat, Brother Shu. It would seem a bit out of character for him, leaping from ledge to ledge like a rhesus monkey.
Well, no, not...
Granted, I haven't seen all of his movies, so I can't vouch for any stunt work in, for instance, The Conversation.
I meant architecturally, Chan. That's Nathan Drake's whole thing, moving through structures that have been rotated to strange angles, often while they're still being rotated. When Nathan Drake enters a room, carpenters reset their levels and young mothers double-check their children's spill-proof lids.
Life can be difficult when your entire personality type boils down to spatially kittywampus.
What do you bet Nathan keeps his house keys and his wallet on a chain these days?
I believe we are firmly in agreement that much of Nathan Drake's life is spent in environments pivoted to unconventional degrees, Brother Shu. Is that all you wanted to talk about?
Well, no, Chen. For one thing, it's not just Nathan Drake. Lara Croft, Kratos, any number of modern action protagonists live the right-angle optional lifestyle, and they all sell gangbusters. And yet, from a game design perspective, all it really required was taking a completely conventional building model and giving it a shove. It's an upside-down path to riches, nothing simpler.
I'm pretty sure that it involves a bit more work than that, brother.
Nonsense. Here, let's use our house as an example. Let's say some natural disaster comes along and turns the whole place upside down.
What sort of natural disaster would turn a house upside down?
A case of unlabeled tequila came pretty close to doing the job with our old dormitory. That was a weekend.
Fine, okay, the house has been turned upside down, and it's presumably maintained its structural integrity. So, what are we supposed to do with it?
We're supposed to escape it, Chen. The familiar has become unfamiliar. What was once our shelter and security has now become an alien death trap, requiring all our cunning and physical prowess to overcome.
Okay, then I guess I'd walk over to the door, open it, and step outside.
No, you can't just open the door and step out. The house is upside down, Chen.
Right, but that would still put the doorknob within easy reach. I just have to step over the foot or so of wall between the top of the door and the ceiling.
You're not thinking three-dimensionally, Chen. Up is now down. As soon as you stepped outside, you'll be facing a drop
of about 9 feet. The house is only 2 floors, Shu. I just drop onto the eave, then hang off of that and drop down. I'd really only have to clear about 4 feet of empty air to reach the lawn.
It's still a good way to twist your ankle.
I don't think this game is going to be a million seller, Brother Shu.
We'll just have to double down on the human drama. Still here, searching for more of our antics? Why, this is the internet, video gamers. Just subscribe and let us come to you.
Also be sure to hit the notifications button, because otherwise YouTube doesn't believe you really mean it.
Trust issues, brother. They've been hurt before.